Looks
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, cool. We'll start today's practice in child's pose. So making our way down to your hands and knees, bring the big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide as the mat. And then lay your body down on to over your legs, over your thighs. Relax the shoulders and send your hands back by your heels. I'll sit over here to demonstrate. Big toes touching. Send the bum back to the heels. Roll your head down to the mat. And bring your hands to your heels. So just holding here for a few moments. This is a really great position to start your day in. Our natural defense when something is scary can be to turn our back to it, and our back is our natural biological shield. So while we're shielding from cold weather or sometimes these tough times, it's nice to sometimes start your day with your back up and focusing in onto your heart center. Sometimes I like to do this in bed before I even get out of bed. And it's just a nice way to ease yourself into the day. So while we're holding here in child's pose, begin to deepen the breath. Let the upper back expand with the inhale. And let your whole body soften into the floor beneath you with the exhale. Begin to engage your ocean breath. That's a soft breath with a restriction at the back of the throat. So you'll be breathing in through the nose with a nice audible, and then exhaling as if you're fogging up a screen in front of you, but with your mouth closed. Starting to use this breath to tune into the body. Warm yourself up. Beautiful. One more big deep breath here. Breathing in through the shoulders, through the back, down into your heels. And then exhaling everything out, sinking into the earth beneath you. On your next inhale, slowly peel yourself up off of your legs, walking your hands towards your knees, moving slow and being kind to the body, and then roll over onto your bums and come on into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. You can have your ankles underneath your knees or your heels lined up, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Gaze up to the thumbs, palms are facing one another. And then exhale, grab onto opposite elbows above your head. Inhale, reach through the elbows, maintaining the grasp. And then start to move slowly to the right and then to the left, nice and gently, starting to wake up the upper back and the trapped muscles. See if you can marry the movement to your breath, inhaling when you come to the right and exhaling when you go to the left. Remembering your ocean breath. On your next time on your right, lower your elbows so that they're in line with your shoulders. And continue the movement from right to left, moving the sensation down the back. Inhaling to the right, exhaling to the left. And the next time when you're at your right, lower the elbows a little bit more and start moving from right to left with your elbows down here, lowering the sensation down into the lower and mid back. Nice. Coming back to center. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Wiggle the fingers a little bit, gaze to the thumbs. And then exhale, bring the left hand to your right knee and swim the right hand behind you and gaze over the right shoulder. See how far you can send your periphery vision over the right shoulder, as if you were trying to gaze into your right ear or even see through your right ear with both eyes. This is really good for strengthening the eyes, especially if we spend a lot of time on laptops or computers all day. Sometimes we forget to stretch the eye muscles. So really, really see how far you can exaggerate looking over to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching up overhead. Exhale, taking it all the way over to the other side. Right hand comes to left knee. Gaze over the left shoulder. Going nice and tall through the spine. And sending the gaze really into the left ear. See if you can grow a little bit taller with the inhale and twist a little bit deeper with the exhale. And then together, inhale, coming back to center, reach hands up overhead. And then this time, exhale, bring your arms to cross so they touch the opposite knees. And then close off the eyes and tuck the chin into your chest, stretching out the neck, rounding through the upper spine just a little bit. And then if it feels comfortable on your neck to do so, you can bring your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching through the left neck. And then roll the chin to your chest and bring the left ear to the left shoulder, giving your trap muscles a little massage here with your neck and your ears. Inhale, back to center. Release the hands, sweep them up overhead one more time. Reaching a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, gazing up towards the thumbs if that's comfortable for your neck. And then exhale, rain the fingertips down, taking up as much space as you possibly can, spreading out through the shoulder blades until they reach the ground. Beautiful. Roll over onto your hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. So hands are about shoulders distance apart, really ground down through all 10 finger pads. The knees should be underneath the hips, and then draw the belly in. Inhale, drop the belly, bring your heart forward, gaze up for cat pose, cow pose. And then exhale, draw the navel in, tuck the tailbone, drop the crown of the head for cat pose. We'll take this through a few rotations, so moving nice and silky smooth with your breath. Inhale, gazing up. Exhale, rounding the spine, draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale, rounding through the spine, push the earth away, really expand through the shoulder blades. Inhale one more time, gazing up, chest comes through the shoulders. Exhale, push the mat away, round the spine, draw the navel in. And then coming back to all fours, we'll do a little bit of ab engagement just to get us started. Really push through the tops of your feet, so toes are untucked, and then push the earth away, rounding through the shoulders and hover the knees about 1 inch off the mat. So really use your core here. We're holding here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Great. Now release back down to the mat. And take the right foot behind you, tuck the toes under and extend through the right leg. So on your left knee, pushing the ground away with your hands beneath your shoulders, and then drag the right toes over and off the left side of your mat. You're crossing your right leg over, and then gaze over the left shoulder and see if you can see your back heel, your right heel peeking over. So you have a little bit of a banana shape in your spine. Remembering to breathe. See if you can push your heel a little bit further away from you to continue that stretch. And then bring the right foot back in line with your right hip. Raise the right foot off the ground so it's in line with the spine. Imagine there's a wall behind you that you're pushing away. In my case, there actually is. So really pushing back through the heel. And then left hand extends past the left ear so that you're balancing on your right hand and your left knee. And then we'll take it for a few tiger curls here. So inhaling, finding extension. Exhale, draw the elbow to the right knee, rounding through the spine, just like in our cat-cows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. We're doing this for 4, so we're halfway there. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck everything in. Replace your left hand onto the ground, and then imagine your right foot in between your hands, and then make it so stepping your right foot between the hands, framing it. And then you might need to bring your left knee a little bit further back for this low lunge position. Toes are untucked. And then nice and gently with an inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Palms are facing one another. See my hands kind of disappear in the light. And biceps wrap into ears. And then check that the right knee is stacked over the right ankle. You don't want it overshooting the ankle or overshooting the toes. And then imagine you're drawing your right heel in towards your midline and your left knee in towards your midline. So even though we're stretching out, there's still a strong sense of contraction in the muscles all towards the center. And that should give us a little bit more stability. So one more inhale here. And then exhale, lower the hands. Come onto the right heel and draw the right toes up towards your face. This will be quite strong on the hamstrings. If you need to have a little bend in the knees, that's fine. Otherwise, we're sending that right hip back towards the back of our mat. Breathe through it, send your breath to where you need it most. See if you can keep your heart shining forward and your spine nice and long. Sometimes in these stretches, we have a tendency to round the spine and hunch over. And quite frankly, we have that sort of bad posture a lot of the times in our day. So it's a nice opportunity to promote our great posture in our yoga practice. Okay, rolling back onto the right foot. Sweep the hands back up overhead for your low lunge. Inhale, reaching a little bit taller. Exhale, twist the right hand back, left hand forward, and send our gaze back towards the right fingers if it feels comfortable on your neck. Remembering to check out our periphery gaze, see if you can see through the right ear. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, left hand comes back, right fingers over right knee. And we'll try a little balancing pose here. So sweep the left toes off the mat so that you're facing the long edge of your mat. Straighten out through the right knee and place, if you have space, place the left hand onto the mat. So right hand comes stacked over shoulders. And then lift the right leg. So it's you create a 90-degree angle with your legs. Baby half moon pose. Really push out through the right heel. Really nice half moons, good stuff. And then place the right foot back onto the mat. Come back into your low lunge, windmilling your arms so that they come back to frame the right foot. Really good work. And then bring the right knee back to the ground so that we're on all fours. We'll just do a quick cat-cow here to reset. Come back to all fours, and then we'll do it all over on the opposite side. So drag the left toes behind you, tucking the toes, and then sweep the left foot off the right side of the mat and gaze over the right shoulder to the right heel. Left heel, sorry. Pushing that heel away, creating a nice little banana shape with the spine. And then bring your gaze back to center, bring the foot back in line with your hip, lift the left leg and push the heel away from you as if you were pushing something away, a wall behind you. Lift the right arm up, bicep to ear, fingers extend forward. We're going for 4 tiger curls here. So inhale, extending, exhale, draw everything into center. 1. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw everything in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drawing everything in. 1 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left foot between the hands. Bring the right knee a little bit further back for our low lunge. And then inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. And remember the isometric contractions here. So pulling everything in towards your midline. Imagine you're hugging your inner thighs together. Your glutes are engaged. And grounding down through all 4 corners of that left foot. We're not hanging out in our hips. This is a nice active pose. 1 more inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Roll onto that left heel, draw the left toes up towards your face. A nice hamstring stretch. Keeping a nice, long, clean line of energy along the spine. Extending through the crown of the head. Remembering not to hunch over here. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, roll onto the left foot. Sweep back up into our half lunge. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand comes forward, left hand comes back. Gaze towards the left hand. Sending your eyes towards the left ear. Seeing if you can stretch out your periphery vision a little bit more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twist to the opposite side, gazing to that right hand. And then we'll do our little balancing pose again on this side. So sweep the right foot off the mat, extend through the left knee, bring the right hand onto the mat. So stacking the left hand, left shoulder over the right shoulder, and then lift off with the left foot. So baby half moon, reaching out, kicking out through the left heel. And if it feels comfortable on the neck, gazing up to the left hand. I can't see you, but I'm sure they're all beautiful. Replace the left foot back down onto the mat. Push yourself back up and windmill your hands, placing them around the left foot. Bring your foot back onto your hands and knees, and then push your bum back to your heels, back to child's pose. Place your hairline down onto the mat. Option to reach your hands out nice and far forward as you possibly can, reaching out through the neck, or if you want a little bit more of a relaxation pose here, bring your hands by your heels, palms facing up.
see if you can notice the difference from the first child's pose of the practice to how you feel now. Hopefully you feel a little bit warmer. We've moved our neck, our shoulders, our upper, middle, lower back. A little bit of movement in our hips and quads and hamstrings. And just sit here for a moment with your breath. And if you feel so inclined to, you can push yourself back up, roll onto your backs into a moment's rest in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can meet me in a cross-legged seated position. Nice quick practice for you today. It was our 20 minutes yoga stretch. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel a little bit warmer now. Let's close the practice by reaching our hands up overhead. Bring the hands together, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, draw the hands to your heart center. May all living things be happy and free, and may all of our words and actions contribute to that happiness and to that freedom. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.